When you see from outside, you will be having the right idea, you will be having the right moment, you will be knowing the right moment, but they will not be doing that. Have you experienced it? When you see from outside, you will be knowing the right moment. They will not be knowing it. But when you sit and play, you will not know the right moment. The person who is outside, he will be knowing the right moment. Have you observed this? What is the reason? He has no pressure he has to win. The man who witnesses has no pressure. The man who is outside has no pressure that he has to win. The pressure makes mind dull. So a man is being samsara. A man who is outside this being only can give a right idea about the being. If you are sitting in a giant wheel, you can take the example of giant wheel. If you are sitting in a giant wheel and rounding, can you give a giant wheel? Can you? When you jump out, when you are looking the things, seeing the things are happening, you can give a idea about giant wheel. So a man who has come out, who is beyond, who has transformed the energy, who has jumped out of the samsara chakra, can only give a right idea about this subject. So you come to the question, what is sex? Today, biology proves all men are 51% men, 48% women. All women are 51% women, 48% men. Just 1% this way or that way. 1% this way or that way. But when we start moving, society doesn't allow the women part of us to express. When we do the meditation, many times I observe, men always cry, women try to laugh. What is the reason, you know? The women feminine part of us has been suppressed. The masculine part of the women has been suppressed by the society continuously. When we start growing, we slowly start collecting the image that person tries to satisfy itself through mother and father. That is why girls are always attracted to father and boys are always attracted to mother. From there, the sex starts. The science starts. We start slowly collecting the images, prints. All men try to fulfill their image with mother. All women try to fulfill their man image with father. The art is suppressed by the society. When it is suppressed, we try to fulfill it with the father and the mother, having some loving relationship. Then after a few years of growth, we start collecting the images from many people, from the outsiders, how a real woman should be. Especially from media, how a real man should be. We start collecting the images and start preserving it in our system. The repressed or suppressed women is always unconscious. It's a deep science actually, what is happening in the mind. When you go after a certain age, you will start collecting images from many actors, actresses, many nowadays, especially from the TV serials. From all these things, we start collecting the images and start preserving it. How a right man should be, how a right woman should be, how a many things, how a husband should be, how a mother should be, how a father should be. Many images we start collecting. We keep the imagination of a woman inside, the ideal woman. Sometimes, at the age of 15, after 18, 23, in that age, we see somebody outside, and from distance, it looks like as if there is somebody in this image, which we have inside. We continuously start searching for this image. We have the body inside, we start searching this outside. We start searching whether some image will suit with this image, whether some real person will suit with this image, which you have kept it in your mind. So actually, when you see somebody from distance, you feel as if that your image is resembling with the real person. We start falling in love. The falling in love happens in that moment. The science behind the falling in love is we have an image and we search. In distance we feel. In distance we feel as if the both are resembling. As if the both are looking alike. Then we fall in love. But when you come here, you will immediately find the image is image and real person is person. You can never find image in a real person because of this image. Not because of anything, because of this image. How can image be a real person? Because of this image. This is the base of this where we start expecting something from the other. This is the greatest expectation. All of us we always want the other means the way should act according to our image. Is it possible? Can it be possible? Dreams can never become true because they are dreams. The very word denotes they are dreams. If they can become true, why will they be called as dreams? Just very clearly. Please listen with full attention and try to digest what I say. That's why very slowly. If any question, please raise. Now we come to the clarification. This is the way in which our expectations about others starts. We collect all types of images from media. Whenever we see the ideal person, we collect that image and keep it inside and try to actualize it. We try to make it a reality with a living person. Is it possible? It can never be. That is why all ends in failure. All capital letter ALL we can use. All without exception. We can say there is an exception, one or two, like Chakra. Both of them have no image. Both of them have no expectation. So something directly happened between them. The pure love transmission, of course, that type of exception feeling. In ordinary play, all of us feel that we touch it. Men or women both feel that we touch it. The reason is the basic science is such. If you don't understand, you put the blame on others. Others is never to be blamed. Take the blame from you. You expected, you imagined, and you build your imagination on others. Who will be the responsibility for the failure? Who can be responsible? Last year responsible. But do you understand that whatever they say is in very practical reality? What is happening in a very life? But we never try to repeat it. It is happening in our everyday life. We never try to repeat it. Am I right? It always happens. We never repeat the good truths. So, when we see that our image is not a reality, when we saw from inside a distance, it looked like what is in my hand? Oh, it is green. That also looks like a green. When it comes near, no, it's little yellowish. When it comes more near, no, it's slight white. When it comes near, you will see it is red and it is white, it is green. Totally opposite and totally different. Then you think your desired harmony. Then what we do? We don't keep quiet. We start sculpturing the man according to our image. Women sculptures man, man starts sculpturing women. We try to possess each other. We try to make them into a matter. If you want some furniture, if you have a chair, you can keep it where you want. It will have, as you say, if you keep it there, it will be there. You can give it to somebody else. And if you have you can make furniture according to you and keep it there. But as you possess this furniture, do you think you can possess your life or something? If you possess a life person, what you are doing then? You are making a spirit into a matter. You are reducing a man into a matter. You are degrading him. When you degrade somebody, do you think she will respect you or he will respect you? No. Problem starts. Problem starts. The unending war starts. Almost I can say unending war. Unending war starts. Our life, the so-called life, is nothing but this unending war. Any of your house, I can go more deep into this subject. Many of you can raise any questions. Always it goes in such a way. So we have an image and we start arguing. The 24 hours, she is with Paramashivoham, you are also with Paramashivoham. When you find her, you start listening. When she finds you, she starts listening. The house is continuously completely listening sound. Keep quiet. Don't stand. All these sounds are listening sounds. The continuous listening sound is resonating in the house. So, this is the way this chakra is locked. When you expect something from others, when you try to fulfill your imagination by disturbing others, this chakra gets locked. This chakra has nothing to do with sex as we think, as to get the meaning of the word. chakra is something to do deeply our imagination. This chakra has nothing to do directly with sex. This chakra gets locked or unlocked with the imaginations. When I say that this chakra has nothing to do with sex, I mean whether you are a brahmachari, sannyasi, or grihastha, this chakra can be opened. Even for sannyasi, this chakra can be locked. So it has nothing to do with the outer condition of life. I want to say, this has nothing to do with a so-called celibacy. A real celibacy is who can be called a real celibate. Man who has dropped his inner image. When a man drops the inner image, which he preserves, inner woman's image, he only can be called a real sannyasi. Even if you live in a grihastha life, if you drop this image, if you drop the chisel and the hammer from your hand, if you stop chiseling the hammer, you will be a brahmachari. Your Mooladhara chakra will be open. You will get the real benefit of this chakra opening. Do you understand what I say? So the outer conditions, whether you live a married life or unmarried life, has nothing to do with this chakra. Don't think only for sannyasi this Mooladhara chakra can be opened. This can be opened for anybody. Yes, because we are not into us. We never turn inside. We go everywhere, but never inside. Just drop expecting, just drop chiseling the then this chakra will automatically open. When you drop the imagination of evil, the chakra will automatically open. Actually, when you have the imagination, many people come to me and ask, Swamiji, in my house only we two are living, but there is no peace. There is no peace, only we two. We don't even have son. Myself and my wife, both are living, but there is no peace. I used to tell them, no. With two persons, there is always peace. You are not two, you are four. Your imagination are with you. She, her imagination are with you. You four. With four, peace can live. Peace can be with you. With four, peace can never be. With two, peace can be. With four, it is impossible. So if we drop the imaginations, two things happen. Yes. What I mean is, we always start the images of heroes to keep it in our mind. We want that should be reality from our husband, from our wife. That is the reality of our husband. Yes, if you drop that, this chakra can be open. Don't expect that it should be according to you. You should act according to you. Not only about husband and wife, even about father and mother, keep an idea. How you want to be today as a mama. The final thing you will write today, please go and write and see. One thing I will just tell them and then I will come. Father, mother, wife. If you don't know your husband, no problem. If you have wife or husband, son, and no, son or daughter. This five hours some five relationships. You write how you expect them to be, how you feel the ideal quality. You just write down to the points. So now these five relationships, ideal your vision. The ideal father, ideal mother, ideal son, ideal wife, ideal husband. You will find deep down unconscious. You will find all your ideas are just from the TV serials and cinema. All your ideas you will find. And few times I check with people. I just ask them to write down how the house should be. It will be corresponding to the even the house furniture. We have the imagination. How it should be. We take from the medias. Before that, there were dramas. If you rely on the dramas, there were unbelievers. Even now, even in early time, you see from kings, they torture as best they can, and she tortures as best she can. She tries to make a drama, we try to make a Sita. But finally, what happens? We do not know what happens. Anyway, so the imagination and trying to present it disturbs this chakra. If you can drop the imagination, if you can stop chiseling the other, this chakra will be completely open. The people who share the problem with the dangerous problems. If you diagnose your mind behind this problem of imagination and try to project it and forcing upon others. Of course, women have their own way to force. They don't force chiseling, they force tears. They force tears and cry. So they have their own ways.
What happens to the boss? Asking the employees according to what he wants to do. What about?
You see, if they so in business world there is no other way. One thing you can do, you do your art of chiseling with consciously. Do art of chiseling and see that it doesn't disturb you. It can now if you chisel, afterwards we come and sit and feel the dating consciousness. I have told that I have something wrong. If you do it consciously, you will not do overdose. Even if you are angry, angry is just like a money, because anger is a great energy given to us. It's a great presentation of God. One person came to me and he says, I am not able to control my anger. I told him, take control of your anger and keep it in your worship. Puja every day. He started laughing. Swami, what you are telling me? I told him, please do it and then come and tell me. Anger is a great energy given to you by God. When you worship that energy, when you have respect for that energy, you will not misuse it. Lust is also a great energy given to you by God. Karma is a great Shakti given to you by God, which can produce another life. But you are misusing it, dissipating it, because we don't have respect on the energy. You never misuse the money. You never let it because you respect for money. But you won't with anger. If you have done for 5 rupees job, you pay only 5 rupees. But if you have done the 5 rupees only a mistake, you pay 50 rupees anger. If you are conscious at that moment, you will pay only 5 rupees. If you are paying the 5 rupees anger, you will never feel guilty, I assure you, I promise you. Because you pay, you never pay, you come and feel guilty. To compensate the overpayment, you feel guilty. If you pay properly, how much mistake you have done? You just pay that much anger. I don't say don't pay anger. You have to pay anger. You pay money. How to pay anger? Pay angry. Be angry. Only that much. If you are conscious, you can maintain it. Yes. With all the people, it works out. You see, all of it is taken over anyway. And watch it really, you will feel the tremendous respect towards the anger. You will not face it. Afterwards, the devotee came and really told me, Swami, no, I am not going to be angry. Because it's not respecting the anger. Once you respect the energy, you will never taste it. We never feel that anger is an energy. When you just see what happens, a new type of energy. Your eyes are getting red, and blood starts flowing more, and bleeding more, begins faster. See the difference? See the energy difference? Because we always fight with the energy. If you don't fight with the energy, if you know how to use it consciously, you never have that. There is no need that other person should know. You can show that the result. You can, what you are asking is, if I don't show enough result, enough impact, enough punch, you will not respect me next time. That's what you are asking. You can give a punch, there is nothing wrong. But see that you are not disturbed. That is what I mean by the word consciously angry. If you are angry consciously, you will be disturbing enough. You will give me a right, but you will not be that disturbed. Be very clear. This is the situation. I handle the situation this much only. Don't allow the situation to work control you. You control the situation. And be handled. What has to be done? Logically, clearly, do it. Do it perfectly. Then afterwards, don't feel guilty. If you are done it consciously, you will not feel guilty. Yes, right. Now, reduces the right word. Same way, knowledge about lust reduces the lust. Because both are one and the same. Both emotions are two sides of the same coin. If it is allowed, it is called lust, calm. If it is stopped, if some obstruction comes, then it turns as anger. If somebody doesn't allow you have what you want, then immediately it is converted, it transforms, it becomes anger. So both emotions are two sides of the same coin. So how to open this chakra is just drop all the imaginations which you have. Don't expect anything. Then in your house, you will see two persons only will be. Accept the person as he is. There are few people come to me and tell me, Swamiji, I love my wife very much. That is why I try to convert her. I make her. I want her. Am I right? Many people won't help me. And you are the lead. Because I love him, that is why I force him to do what I want. Is to answer them. You don't love your wife. You love the image which you have of yourself. And try to force the image on her. You will love if she acts according to your image. If she doesn't, you won't be loving her. So your love is not towards her. Your love is towards the image. That's the real truth. Your love is towards the image. How she should be. That is why you force her to be as you want. So, when you drop these imaginations, the moral energy will be awakened with one key. As a body, we are also looking at fake shaker. All of us are almost like a good shaker. Our also become good shakers. Am I right? Our also become really good shakers. Actually, so if I speak about Buddha and pull down the whole structure of Buddhism, it is a sheer nonsense. Having two paper pieces Going to some person asking how to live will be. What right you have to live if you don't decide how your life will be? Going and asking some person who is unknown about your life, giving him 2 pieces of bread, please just eat and tell me how my life will be. What type of life you are living, I don't understand. You are the man who is living. You know about the parts of your life. You are the person who is living. You don't know about your life, you are going to ask to live. Then what type of intelligence, which intelligence we are living, I don't know. It is sheer bullshit. In Jyotish Shastra, there is a science, there is some truth. In original Jyotish Shastra, it is complete science. But going to some Jyotish is another reality. It means we don't know about the life. We don't even have the intelligence to run our life. If we don't have intelligence to run our life, if we don't have intelligence to decide about our situations, if we are not able to take the responsibility of our life, we have no authority to live. Actually, a real man will not look for the books very and ask, what will be my future? Many people come to me and ask, Swamiji, what will be my future? I tell them, never ask, what will be my future? How to make my future? Never come to me for prediction. Come to me for design. If you come to me for design, I can help you. If you come to me for prediction, I can't. Go and repeat the university, but I will be little piece. Daily. Go how to live it. Going and asking a back. There are videos about how to live it. The back itself doesn't know its life. It is until most of us, we do not know how to operate this system. The system given to us by God is an unknown thing. Somebody is using as a bullet, somebody is using it as a tractor, somebody is using it as a pen. The system given to us, see the theory is the tribal people are used as a bullet, an educated man is used as a tractor, and pilot has used it as a pen. What is the difference between these three people? Nothing. The system is same, but man is knowledge. Just like the system is given to us by God. Most of us, 90% of us, use the system only as a bullet. Taking birth, eating, drinking, reproducing, dying, over. Nothing much is achieved in our life. A few Benzes, few bungalows. If you really your life, it's few Benz, few bungalows. Little bit of going here and there, work. Nothing much. Future. Nothing much is the life. They are normal course of life. Taking birth, reproducing, and dying. Nothing much is achieved. Nothing new has happened. Nothing great has happened to the consciousness, to the being. I think what I'm mentioning is happened. Somebody came and asked, why the symmetries in all the gradient is called born and died? Born, such as the day, died, such as the day. Why? Nothing worth mentioning happens in between. That is only worth mentioning is. In what way? That is the reason. Born and died, except birth and death. Nothing worth mentioning happens in our system. So most of us use the system as a bullet. We just use it in a minimum level. dull, dead, dry. Most of our life, if it is tuned, it can be tuned only dull, dead, dry. This is the first level, first layer of light. The second layer of people who have entered into the zone of art, who became artists, who became painters, dancers, musicians, who enter into the next dimension of their life, not for dancing. If you dance just for your being's beauty, you sing just for your bliss, you pay just for your job, you became a painter, a dancer, a musician. The next dimension of your life, when you explore, you use your system as a actor. A man with a simple head can never become Thakur. If you want to become Thakur, you need to have your next dimension. Persons like Thakur, Gandhar, all these great scientists are the next layer. They can be called as something more than scientists because they explore the next dimension. That is the reason the Nobel is given for giving them. Nithyananda, the monumental works are the great dancers. When they create the masterpiece of dance, or the art, or the poetry, they explore the next dimension of their being. They explore, they see the next dimension of their being. So these are the people who became practitioners, who see the next level of their life. That is the reason the great poets, even if they die in property, if they die with no property, and power, they be satisfied that they have lived their life ultimately, that they have lived their life fulfillment. They live in a very poor way, they don't have wealth, they don't have power wealth, but they live in a rich way. Wealth is different, richness is different. They don't have comforts, but they live in a very rich way, like a kings. If you read the Bharati's life, Bharati is a great poet from Tamil Nadu. To read his life, he is given in a very poor way, but if you see the way in which he lived, simply abided, he lived more like a king than a beggar. You can see all the poets, great poets, they are not in a wealthy way, in a so-called wealth, without the comforts, but their life is really rich. Because they think the next dimension of their being. They know the expression of the human being, of the human possibilities. Whatever way you can express your being, the possibilities of human being, the next dimensions of possibilities, they are touched. The third layer, only the Buddha, Krishna, Rama. These are the great intelligent masters who have used their system as an aircraft. These are the few people who have used their system as an aircraft. Majority, 90% of us use as a Level-1. 80 and 9% who are artists, are the great dancers, great poets, they use as a aircraft. Only a handful of people. See, if you want to know the human history of humanity, you don't have to read the millions of people who have taken back and died. All the history is not necessary. Just read 10% history. The Buddha, Krishna. This 10% life history is more than enough to know the whole history of humanity. These are the people who have milestones on the human history. These are the people who have created turning points in the human history. Just like that, if you know the few man's history, you can know the whole history of the humanity. These few elevated persons are the persons who have used their system as an aircraft. Until there is no need even to have two fingers, two hands. One hand is enough to count this type of people. Very handful of people with Krishna. These are very few who have a great impact on the humanity, who have used their system as an aircraft for real pilots, are the pioneers of the human evolution, of the human growth. If you see the difference between the villager, the tribal man, and the pilot, nothing much. Only one thing. The villagers don't know how to operate the mechanism. The tribal people, they know how to operate this. That's all. Nothing. The tribal people, they don't know that mechanism. The pilot, he knows the mechanism. Nothing else is the difference. Only a very small difference. It is not that something needs to act. No. Only one difference. They don't know, he knows. That's all. Just that if you know how to use your system and mechanisms in your body, in your mind, in your being, you can become a pilot. You can use this system for an optimum result. You can use this system for the maximum result. You can convert the system into the mechanisms which exist in your system is what is called chakras. There are 7 chakras in our being. The energy centers. These energy centers are called, these energy centers are real mechanisms in our system. If you know how to open them, how to create them, how to move blockages from them, how to energize them, you can simply transform your system into that. As long as you do not know anything about the system, you will be just pulling your being. You just know how to open, how to energize, how to activate the system. You will be using the same system, same mechanism as a aircraft. So now we will get into each and every system, each and every mechanism of your being, and we will explore how to operate, how to open it, how to work it, what under chakra, under energy center. Let me show you how the chakras are situated. The small diagram, very small, all of you will be able to see how the chakras are situated. If you have this, you can just open the page 20. The lowest is called Mooladhara, the root chakra. You don't have to remember the names. You see, there is no need to remember the names of these things. Just I'm giving an introduction. Then afterwards we will get into the deeper layers. You don't have to go and remember all these names around. There is no need to bother. You can just see and have an idea. First center is called Mooladhara. From below the root of the spinal cord. Just the root of the spinal cord. Mooladhara. The next is Swadhisthana. Above the Mooladhara, below the navel. On the navel, Manipura. And in between the chest, Anahata. Then on the throat, Vishuddhi. And between the eyebrows, Ajna. Top of the crown, top of the head. It is called Sahasrara. This much is enough. You know that you have a basic idea. Few energy centers which exist in our being. Now, we are going to work on each and every energy center, each and every chakra is connected to some emotion of being. You can see throughout the world, in all the languages, the love and the heart, these two words are used as synonyms.
Am I right? The love and the heart. These two words are used as synonyms. Any language, it is not a common language that happened or created in one's time or one place. All the languages are created in a different space, in different time. But around the world, almost all the languages have got the same expression. The love and the heart is used as a synonyms. Why? Something more than literal connection exists between these two. Some experiential connection is existing. If you really observe, then you can understand. You meet a friend after 10 years, your childhood friend, after 20 years, with whom you have very loving and sweet memories. Suddenly something will pull you from here. You can observe. Have you observed any of you? Suddenly something cool, very nice thing will happen here in this soul, and it will flow. If you meet a person whom you love after 10 or 20 years, after a long gap, something will happen here. That is the reason, because this is an experience for everybody. That is the reason in all the languages, not only the Indian language, or Russian language, even the Persian language, I have seen at least more than 100 languages I believe. In all the 100 languages, love and the heart is synonymous. Because there is something deeper emotion. So the love is an emotion which is related to another chakra, the heart center. Just like each and every emotion is related to each and every chakra. If you receive any shocking news or news which you can't bear, immediately the first step will be on your stomach. You will have a stomach upset. The stomach will be upset, either you will have diarrhea or loose motion. Have you observed anybody who had experience? The only reason it's an experience. The first flow will be for Manipura chakra. The bodily and depression is very closely related to Manipura. And again you can see in all the languages and expression, if you see some news which you can't target, you say, I can't digest it. I can't stomach it. I can't digest it is expression in all the languages. Again, because the bodily and depression is very closely related to Manipura chakra. Like this, each and every emotion, the sex is related to Muladhara chakra, which is in the middle, head of the spinal cord, the root of the spinal cord. Each and every emotion is very closely related to one of the chakras. If this emotion is handled properly in our life, each and every emotion is an energy given to you by God. It's like money. If you don't know how to handle money, you will get. Just like that, if you don't know how to handle emotions, you become energetic. See, if somebody works for you, his work is worth $1,000. You pay him only $1,000. If possible, 900. That's what it is. You give him $1,000, not more than that. But if he does a mistake, it is worth $1,000. How much of anger we pay? At least $5,000 worth of anger we pay. Anger is an emotion. It is valuable thing. If you can pay the anger just like money, exactly how much is necessary, that much if you pay, you will never go energy back. That is the reason I'm shouting. We are so tired, we just fall on the sofa and have our feet. Because it's not a very big work. Just shouting is not a big work. But you feel so much you are drained. Why? Because emotion is energy. All the emotions are energies It is in your center, in your beings. When you use the money in a very loosey way or in a luxurious way or an unnecessary way, and the luxury is something necessary for life, nothing wrong. But when you spend unnecessarily, lavish, you become bankrupt. Just like that, when you spend the emotions, when you lose the energies, lavishly, you become energetic. Each and every emotion is connected to some chakra. If you know how to handle them, how to use them properly, how to balance them clearly, your chakras, your energy centers open. If you don't know how to balance them, if you don't know how to use them, if you misbehave with the energies, it are showing too much anger is a misbehavior with anger. Anger is like luxury in you. If you misbehave with money, you are misbehaving with luxury. Just like that, if you misbehave with anger, you are misbehaving with your analysis. If you will you throw anger in the dustbin, will you throw anger in the dustbin, you always think, oh, it's there. This is to luxury. Just like that, if you throw your emotions unnecessarily, it's a disrespect to your energy. Just like a God has given you money, He has given you emotions, energies to run your system, to run your life. When you disrespect, when you throw them out unnecessarily, you show a disrespect on the emotions, on energies. If you know how to balance, how to run them, you have an understanding, the chakra open. If you misunderstand or you misbehave the energies and the emotions, the chakra closes. But if you more understanding can be told in the other way. If you know how to give your life, the another purpose. If you continuously ask for love from others, another closes. It's the master key for another chakra. First you enter into the heart center. It's a master key for another chakra. If you know how to give the love, the center opens. If you ask for love, it closes. First master key. One more way you can understand. If the chakra opens, you will give the love. If you give the love, it opens. If you give the love, it opens. If it opens, you give more love. More opening, more love, more love, more and more opening, more and more love. It's like a this side circle. Now it is this side circle. More you ask, more it is closed, more it is closed, more and more you ask. The one going in the this way, it is getting more and more black and more and more. Now we are going to stop the bar by the meditation and start rolling this way. Then more open. Once the chakra starts opening, the more love overflows. When the more love overflows, the chakra becomes a little more. And the little more is opening happens, the more love overflows. The bar rolls this way. The chakra rolls this way. The whole program is just stop the ball rolling this way and start the ball this way. We are going to work on each and every chakra to open the chakra to see the emotions are balanced, to see the energies are centered. First, in each and every session, we'll have a small discussion on the chakra. Then, your meditation on the chakra. The meditations are taken from many religions. I wanted to present, I wanted to prove all the religions are centered on the same thing, the one ideology, how to make you more joyful and more blissful. First, how to make you more joyful. It means how to make you more happy in the life with the outer persons. And then how to make you more blissful. How to make you more blissful without outer world. Be joyful without outer world. Then be peaceful without output. So this is the reason why the meditation or the religions are on in this world. This is the central core of all the religions of all the world. That is the reason I take the meditation techniques from Sri Vaishnavism, the religion preached by great Vaishnavite masters. Each and every session we will have a discussion and then meditation. This year we will have 7 sessions on the 7 different chakras. Finally, tomorrow evening we will be having an energy version. It's the peak or pinnacle of this chakra. Later on we will explain what is energy version. Now let us enter into the another chakra, the heart center. First question I receive is, people ask me, Swamiji, I haven't bypassed surgery, will the chakra be as it is? Will the chakra be there? When they went bypass surgery, all the angiogram, don't worry, the chakra will be there. Because it is not physical, it is more metaphysical. I can give 2 more touches, I can show you. You have a ribbon, you can give me 3 ribbons. Nice question. Thank you. I'll show you how the chakras exist. See, these are 3 bodies. We have 3 bodies. This is very clear. Don't think you have only 1 body. The 1 body which you are using now, the next body which you are using in the dream sessions. When you dream, you will be sleeping, this body will be lying in Chicago, but you will be dreaming as if you are not in India. Then which body you are going to India? This body is lying in Chicago only, but not in India. How can it? So the body which you are using to go to India, the second body, that is the Sukshma Sarira. The second layer one is physical layer, another one is Sukshma Sarira. The third layer is a Karma Sarira, which is called the conscious body, which you use in a deep sleep. When you fall asleep without even dream or the wakeful state. In a deep layer, the third layer, now what we are using is physical body. What we use in the dream is subtle body. The body which you use the deep sleep is called causal body. You have 3 bodies in your system. The 3 bodies, they meet and merge in 7 different points. They meet with each other. You can imagine the 7 hearts in these 3 passages. You can imagine the 7 hearts, just 7 different hearts in a 7 different places. You can imagine that is the places which is called chakras. The 7 different hearts. The 7 different hearts are called chakras. The first thing we are going to attend is anatomy. Here also the 3 bodies meet and merge each other. In the book it is very clearly depicted. The 3 lines, they just meet near. That is the zone where the chakra is there. They just meet. Where chakra starts. So even if you undergo bypass surgery, the chakra will be there as it is without any blockage. Because it is more metaphysical. This chakra is love. When you ask for love, when you ask for attention, this will be there and changing the word from love to attention. Because whatever you know as love is nothing but attention. If you say somebody loves you, what do you mean by it? He gives attention to you, that's all. He gives all his attention, or all his time, all his money, all his energy, or all his space to you. Attention is what is we call as love. Actually, except a man who is enlightened, nobody can know what is really meant by the word love. Whatever we know about love is nothing but attention. If you say that he loves me or she loves me, what it means? She gives you enough attention. He gives you enough of attention. He gives you enough of his energy or money. Once the attention is given, everything else is slowly given. So the attention is what is called love in our language. When you give your attention to others, the chakra opens. When you give your attention to everybody, whomsoever asks, when you leave overflow, the chakra opens. When you start giving, this opens. When you start asking, this chakra closes. You can just see, you can just stand in life. Almost all our life is just centered on the attention of others. From the young age, we are trained, you can see the young kids. They will just put two, three steps and they look at your face. If you smile, you agree for what they do. Then they do the next steps. They stop and they wait for the concern. You can see that young kids, anything they do, just they look at your face for confirmation. For okay. Only when you say okay, they go for again. Wait. Just like from that age, we start expecting the attention or the okay from the others. The same thing continues till our end. You can see in how many places you just wait or expect the others okay, others attention. You can see more than 80% of your decision is influence or is weighted. You just wait or you just for their confirmation, for that others smile. It is not only economically, mostly psychologically. You feel inspired, or you feel regenerated, you feel power or energy only when you get confirmation from others. Each and every move of your life, you continually see whether somebody confirms it or not. You wanted the smiling face of the other. Almost it's like a psychological state. In every step, you wanted the other to be the source of your inspiration. You just stand, you just in your room and scan the lifestyle in which you are living. Almost 90% of your decisions, 90% of your life is just for the other's opinion, asking the other's attention, expecting the attention of the others, expecting the opinion of the others. It is more like a signature campaign. Each and every husband expects a certificate from my good husband. Wife is expecting the certificate, the good husband, good wife, parents, good parents. Son like is expecting a good son. Each and every system we expect certificate from our brother, from sister, from father, from son, from everybody. Just to feel good, just to feel energy, we expect the certificates. Only with a smiling face or with the certificate, we go next. We go ahead. See, adjusting or not adjusting is perfectly okay. That's the one of the difference between adjusting and compromising. Listen thoroughly and concentrate thoroughly. We have to be not adjust. Adjusting is perfectly okay, but compromising is very bad. Just understand what is the difference between adjusting and compromising. Adjusting is that you have all your energy source, or inspiration, or strength within you. Then you give it a lot. You adjust for the sake of others. It is perfectly okay. But compromising is Unless they are all supporting you psychologically, you will have no energy to run on your own. When you adjust in that zone, you are harmonious. Most of our life, we have somebody else as a psychological strength for us. If he smiles at you, you have all the energy to run. If he does not open his mouth, if he doesn't smile, the whole day you will feel depressed. Have you observed any time? If he doesn't smile at you, at first, very morning when you wake up, if he doesn't give his smile, whole day you will feel very low. If some of your boss, or the husband, or the wife, or the son, or the father, if some of them didn't give their attention and smile at you, immediately you will feel low. It means there are legs or there are feet for you to stand. The psychological slavery, psychological handicap feel, I call it psychological handicap. In America, I saw so much respect is given for handicap people. Everywhere you are working for handicap, separate way for the handicapped people, separate bathrooms or restrooms for the handicapped people, everywhere. Physically handicapped is much okay, nothing wrong. But psychologically being handicapped is simply sin. Please be very clear. I am giving a new definition for sin. Don't think sin is something what you traditionally understand. Sin is something scolding others, appealing life. Of course, that is different. But I am giving a new explanation for sin. Sin is psychologically dependent on others. That is about sin. Because when you psychologically depend on others, you try to possess them. First, understand how many ways you have invested your energies on others. Most of our business becomes failure. Why? Till the business project comes to a shape, 90% is project is over. Till the time you get the inspiration or smile or okay from your inspiration source. At one point, if that is removed from you, if the inspiration source is lost, immediately the whole thing happens down, goes to pieces. Have you seen the children playing with a playing car? They just build a house with a playing house. You remove one car, at least the children are intelligent. They build their castle with their own cars. But you build a castle with others' cars. And he gives a certificate. A good husband, you collect that. Good wife, you collect that. Good brother, collect. Good sister, good son, good father. You collect all the certificates and try to build your personality. Just like God's castle. And if anyone at any time takes away that certificate, removes their certificate, their course, particular whole personality just collapses. That is what I call depression. Most of your energy is centered on somebody else. Only if they say, psychologically you have a center, only if they say what you do is right. Even if it is right, you are not convinced. You ask for their certificate. You ask for their attention. That is the reason. Till the end, you don't feel you are independent. How much you speak about independence, how much you speak about freedom, it is all only the word. Only when you start loving others, when you don't expect the love from others, when you stop expecting attention from others, you are really independent. Till the time you are psychological slave. Whatever you speak about independence or freedom, you are psychological slave. Because your source of energy depends on others. Only if he smiles, we can run. If he doesn't smile, what will happen? You will not run. You will feel very low. You will feel very dull. You will feel very depressed. the source of inspiration. As long as the source of inspiration is somebody else, you cannot have your freedom, your ananda cannot be active. Your energy center can never be totally awakened, totally alive. First thing, find out where are you immersed your energy center. On whom all you are dependent. Please be very clear on whom all you are dependent. Psychologically. You need how many smiles to run. Try to reduce the number of smiles. Even without that, smile start running. Even without that, okay, start running. I'm not telling you to go against the society. No. Do your same routine, same lifestyle, but try to reduce the number of smiles. Don't expect, don't keep them, don't make them as a source of inspiration. There are few things which you may not be able to drop. Then at least keep them in a good repute. So that at the time of emergency, they cannot take away cars. If they take away the cars at the time of emergency, they can fall into the real deep depression. So try to become independent. Try your best to be on your own. Try to center all your energy at your own heart, at your own source, at your own personality, at your own being. When you feel you are not able to cut or you are not able to run without one person's smile, understand that I am not able to run without these 2-3 persons. And at least keep a compromise with that 2-3 persons. You will know that I am compromising with the 2-3 persons. I am not serving them, I am compromising with them. Please be very clear. Don't expect any reward for your compromising. Many of us think, I have started my husband so many years, all these duties I did, but I never had any reward. He never did anything for me. Be very clear. If you really struggle, always you have reward. But all our service is just compromise. He is the source of inspiration for us, so we compromise something. So be very clear, all your work, all your attitude of seva. Again and again tell you, I took care of my son so much, I did so much for my son. After growing, he never did anything for me, he went away with his wife. Be very clear, if you have done really studies, if you have done really something, you have given, you have never asked. We just give and take. He is the psychological support for us, so we compromise with him. Just scan or filter all your emotions, all your understandings, realize completely where you fail, where you take decisions, you are dependent on others. This one understanding can give you a tremendous strength on your own, to stand on your own, to run on your own. When you understand it's a slavery, you will never use your energy on others. As long as you understand only, people say, Swamiji, I understand the smoking is bad, but I'm not able to stop it. Then be very clear, never till you understand. If you really understand, you can never again smoke. If you say, I understand, if I put my hand in the fire, it will burn. But I am not able to resist the temptation to put the hand. You never say that. Once I understand, if I put my finger in the fire, I will get burned. You never do it again. You always keep yourself away from the mind. The same way, if you really understand that there is psychological slavery, simply you can see, can be so clear, you can very, very clear, it will transform your life. Only thing we don't understand. Have this understanding after going back to the house and after 2 days. Just begin a room alone and scan your life. Where all you have invested your energies, what are all inspiration sources for you, and try to harness, try to bring all the energy center on your own being. Don't let somebody else to drive you. If you keep somebody else as an energy source, you are allowing somebody else to be a driving force for you. So naturally, you will be living for somebody else. And he is the inspiration source. Naturally, you have to take his ideas not out. You have life on the planet only to live your desires, not all everybody's desires. If you try to live 5-6% desires on your life, where is the time? Where is the energy? Where is the money? No. We try to live somebody else as an inspiration. They have to live their desires also because they are living their ideology also. When they are inspiration, they will live their ideology. So, you will be dancing for so many persons' tunes. You can dance for one tune. In front side, somebody is putting Bharatanatyam. You go 2-3 steps. Then this side Western music. You shall just come and shake your head. And then this side immediately some command music is going. Then you have to jump here and do for one more tune. And that side Kailasa is going on. You have to go on 2-3 steps. How will you do? The whole thing will be missed. Now our life is nothing but each and every tune you try to dance. Will it be possible? No, it will not be possible. If you try to dance for one tune, your life will be successful. Even if you don't know dancing, you will create a new dancing. What you do is not a dancing. It is not a dance, it is not some basic rule. If you don't do a part of that, it is not dance, nothing like that. I have seen all the great dancers are unique. People who go beyond the rule, still they maintain the grace, they are the dancers. People who maintain the rule have always seen their only millions. In any field, when you go beyond the rule and still you maintain the grace or the beauty, then you are a successful dancer. Either in a classical dance or the Western dance. Go beyond the rule and maintain the grace. You are successful. So, anywhere, only when you have your individual, only when you have yourself as a center, you can be successful. So, here is a beautiful meditation technique from a Tibetan Tantra, the Tibetan Buddhism, to center your energies. Now, a small understanding you have about this Ananda, then you will be entering into the meditation or the technique to center your energy. After the meditation, you will enter into one by one session. Now, before entering the meditation, we will have few minutes for question and answer. Of course, you do short of time, otherwise, just like make everyone to first, even if they don't have question, I tell them at least tell you words. I tell you, in my level, I keep telling you. People who attend at other age, they know. I make everybody to ask, but now I think we do not have so much of time. At least few questions, I will try to respond. Yes,
few things like if somebody says don't put the hand in the fire, we don't because we know it burns either by feeling it or by experiencing it. But at the same time, there are some things, though we know it shouldn't, we shouldn't do it, but we are still doing it. It's like psychosomatic because it's supporting and we really don't know.
Small story. One man came and told me, Swamiji, last week I read a book which explains very clearly the dangers of smoke. How they get cancer, how many problems come due to smoke. Then I stopped. I asked him, go, you stop smoking. He goes, no, I stopped reading. See, actually, if you know very clearly the fire burns, you don't put your hand. The point is, first when you put your hand in the lighter fire, you didn't burn. Then you think, I think lighter fire it burns. If I put my hand in the water, it will not let it check. You put your hand on the water, the fire also works. If I can put my fire hand some other candle, let me see. You put your hand in the candle, just like that. You try each and every fire. Finally, when you understand how the fire burns, your body will be burned. Your age will be over. We end up in that age, your age will be over. It's more like that. The understanding is not deep. If the understanding is deep, you can never go beyond it. We don't allow understanding to sink deeply. See, whenever you receive some intellectual conclusion, you don't allow the intellectual conclusion to work on your emotional layer. If you allow the intellectual conclusion to work on your emotional layer, you never go beyond it. Allowing the intellectual conclusion to work on the emotional layer is what I call meditation. Meditation is nothing but allowing the intellectual conclusion to see deeply into the emotional layer. Now you understand few things. To meditate, the meditation technique will allow the intellectual conclusion to sink deeply into the emotional layer. That's what they call in Vedanta Sravana Manana. Sravana means listening. Manana means allowing it to sink deep. Most of the time, we don't give space or the time to allow the intellectual conclusions to sink into the emotional layer. So once the intellect is allowed to sink into the layer, you will already Nithyananda transformation happens. It should not be done. No desires should be suppressed. No transformation can be done. It should only happen. See, flower. If it automatically flowers, then it's really flower. If you just open a lotus, in many temples I think they open the lotus, and the flower is will be seen in the lotus. The flower is will be seen in the flower. Only if it grows, if it flowers by itself, there's not beauty. You can do few things. You can allow the transformation to happen. You can put them inside, wait a little bit. You will see the transformation happens. But we neither give time or the space to seek it, or we are too urgent to see the transformation. The desire for transformation is so pushing, so urging us. You see, the desire for the outer object and the desire for transformation, both are not the same. When you desire too much for the outer object, you may miss out. Just like that, if you desire too much for transformation, you may miss out. Put the idea aside. Just wait for a little. Allow the seed to sprout. A small story. Once 3 monkeys, they got a mango. If they are living in forest, they got a mango fruit. If one monkey gets a mango fruit, you know what will happen. The 3 monkeys, they already worked for that. So it already got a share of the mango. Now the problem starts. How to share? Finally, all the 3 monkeys, they got together and they decided, see, this one mango, we 3 cannot share. We will plant this mango, pour water, put fertilizers. Then it will get 3. We all will have enough of mangoes when it becomes 3. They all decided, they put they planted the mango. See, the first one, he took the responsibility of pouring water. The next took the responsibility of putting the manure or fertilizer. The third took the responsibility of security of the seed. All of them are doing their duty so religiously for 6 months. For more than 6 months. Still the seed is not sprouted. So all we call for a conference, all the 3 sat together, they started discussing. The first monkey told, you see, every day I am pouring the water religiously. Every day morning I pour water. One day I miss my morning walk, but I never miss pouring water. I don't know what is happening. The next month he told every day 4 o'clock I put the manor and fertilizers. I don't know what is happening, why it is not coming. The third week he told, see, 24 hours I stand here as a security. I don't go anywhere else. And not only that, above all, every day I just dig it out and see. See, every day you dig it out and see. You can have a sprout. Pour water, pour manure, and wait for some days to sprout the seed by itself. Just like that. We listen something now, and we do meditation for 20 minutes. Immediately, oh, still nothing has happened. Still no transformation has not happened. So wait for some time. Give it space for the seed to sprout. Allow the conclusion to sink in and do the meditation. The conclusion is the seed. Meditation is the manner. Just give the space or the time to see to sprout. Otherwise, we will be digging just every day and see. What occasion we will be doing the same. Just the digging itself will drop and will stop the sprouting. Digging creates a guilt. You see, digging on I have seen many people. As soon as you hear these things look so nice and so very good, immediately you start working it out. When you start immediately, naturally you will be one you have one before. Then you immediately, oh, I am not able to do, I am not able to see. The guilt that I am not able to stop smoking creates more guilt than the smoking itself. The guilt becomes so deep thing later in your life. You decide, I cannot put all these things into the line. I cannot practice. The Swami can practice because he has lived all his life, but I cannot practice. You come to a conclusion that these are outdated ideologies. These cannot be practiced just by one pitfalls. That's the reason I'm telling. Allow the transformation to happen. You will see it always happens. I have not seen single seed die. Maybe in the outer world, seeds may die. In the inner world, no seed dies. So this meditation is called Dukkha. This is based from Tantra, from Nithyananda. This meditation is designed. This is especially designed for a modern man to throw out his mind, throw out his subconscious, throw out his reptile things. It is a 30 minutes meditation. First 10 minutes, it is a 3-part 30 minutes meditation. We cannot call it a meditation, we can call it a meditation technique. Even the word meditation is somehow associated with seriousness. When you listen to the word meditation, many people are there. Am I right? Many people are there just by listening to the word meditation. If you ask them to Brahma, the Sunday they have attended 11 times, 11 days, they will do it happy. They will even bring some, they will some milk and go on the Sunday other. They will not they will be happy to do outer things. But after inner things, why? Look in the Bandora box is there. The Bandora box gets open, what happened? She has asked right duty. She asked the question, if you don't control what will happen? See, the very person resonating with the fear. If you don't control, you open the Bandora box, what will happen? I don't know. Yes, afraid of the Bandora box. That is why we never think of meditation. We never think about meditation. It is not the word meditation. Right? So, the word meditation is also too serious. That's the thing. So now we go for the technique. The first 10 minutes, there is a music which will encourage you to do the meditation technique.
That's encouraging, you see. Which will change itself, everything.
Around 5,000 years ago, at the end of Mahabharat War, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization consisted of 10,000 Hindu traditions, or sampradayas, that existed in 56 Hindu nations, 200 Hindu kingdoms, 1,700 Hindu provinces that covered more than 6 million kilometers square of Asia. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, SPH, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivoham, is the reviver of KAILASA, this ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. KAILASA is an unbroken cultural, religious, historical, civilizational, and sovereign continuation and revival of multiple of these historical Hindu sovereign states and Hindu ecclesiastical entities. The unbroken continuity of these ancient Hindu nations through KAILASA results in the legal recognition of KAILASA as per the international customary law, particularly the doctrine of continuity. The international law, the doctrine of continuity, implies that upheavals and revolutions within a country, changes in government, territorial adjustments, measures taken during military occupation, or other